Continuing with our FN SCAR maintenance series, before final reassembly, our next step is lubrication. For this platform, we'll be using two different lubricants, an oil like CLP and a grease like Lubriplate. Before getting started, it's imperative to note that FN warns that the gas block, piston, and regulator are not to be lubricated in any way as it could damage the rifle. As with any firearm, FN also warns that the use of excessive lubrication could interfere with the function of your rifle. That being said, we'll only be applying minimal amounts of lubrication in critical areas. We'll start by using a little CLP on the bolt carrier, focusing on a few spots. The first being the narrow section of the grooves where the bolt rides and the receiver on the front and rear of the carrier. Next, we'll look for shiny spots on the carrier and add a bit of oil there, as this is a sure point of friction. Since this is a piston system and does not blow gas directly into the bolt like an AR, we can also add a light coat of oil to the stem of the bolt, and that's all that's required for the bolt carrier. Lastly, we'll focus on the trigger module, adding a bit of grease to the sear, disconnect, and engagement areas on the hammer. Next, we'll break out a needle oiler and add a drop to the pivot point on the hammer spring. After working it in, that's as far as we need to go. We're now ready for final reassembly, which we'll be covering in Part 4.